So the CPU usage is low, but there are dropped frames, so I was wondering why. But I should use another program. I've already installed it.
The frames is over 50%. You see that?
Yeah.
%60.
And the live dashboard still doesn't show the video, though we're live 1 minute now.
Okay, can we go on with our treatment?
Let's show the video. It's still dropping frames like crazy. So I first want to fix that, perhaps with a constant bit rate.
Well,
so de buffer. Doe even normaal, ik kom eraan, ja.
Even niet normaal.
Je zegt kom nu en dan moet ik gelijk.
Nee, niet gelijk. Gewoon op een redelijke tijd.
Even, en dan wil je opeens weggaan.
Ja, niet opeens.
Ja,
dat wil ik al een hele tijd.
Nee.
Als ik hier niet verder kom.
And the strange thing is also that I was broadcasting and it was working well. So they are doing this somehow with wireless energy. It's on my NSA MI5. Stunning pedophiles that have tortured my mother to death that are depopulating Earth and creating a world war for Iran. To depopulate the Earth to 500 million. And impose their totalitarian Luciferian global government.
Do you think there are any
everybody
large
should get a gas mask with a radiological water filter and storable food? Do you think that what?
Do you think that there are any large countries that would go along with that depopulation and that one world government?
They all do because they have the torture death ray wherewith they can kill people remotely. And torture people remotely.
Well, I can't imagine the American Congress agreeing with that sort of planning.
amount of dropped frames is still going up.
And the Chinese will certainly resist it.
No, because Chinese Freemasons which worship Lucifer also exist. So their government's infiltrated as well.
That would assume that the Chinese Freemasons have any influence on their government.
They control the government, indeed, yes, with directed energy weapons. They're controlled by the NSA, MI5, Jesuits. So left and right is just an illusion.
Left and right is an illusion.
In the sense of the Democrats and Republicans, I mean.
Yes. Or do you mean progressive and it took a conservative?
I did not say that. No, I meant Republicans and Democrats.
Well, the terms of conservative and progressive are
The point is that they're all puppets controlled by the Jesuits.
What?
The point is that they're all puppets controlled by the Jesuits. So it doesn't matter which side or who you vote for. And you could argue you should abstain from voting as a matter of principle. Especially if it's electronic voting, which is impossible because of wireless energy technology. So I do not believe in electronic voting.
I would need to see the source of that information.
Well, you can look at the Mijdrecht patent, for example, which I've covered today. But they fuck it all up, they sabotage everything. So the 6 Jews that are depopulating the earth, killing all non-Jews basically, are only a tip of the iceberg. There are many non-Jews helping them. And many people want to become Masons, you can see this in the line as well. But if they don't have a radiological water filter, then they'll be wiped out, of course, if they do protect these bases in Iran that didn't allow the inspections. Which they agreed upon, which I've covered in another broadcast. Which text that is, etc. John Kerry of Skull and Bones, basically. And they're synonymous with the Jesuits, according to sources online. So these popes also get the skull and crossbones logo on the coffin, basically. Anyway, oh, they're gonna make me fart. So they can do that as well to people. Controlling bodily functions. But it doesn't matter because I don't expect anybody to watch this broadcast. If they do, well, you never know what happens, you know, perhaps something happens. A meteor impact and then this becomes a world famous broadcast where we can hear the meteor crash. I could put it on the outside camera just in case there is some kind of falling star And now can see chemtrail clouds. Should not be
It's quite likely that the camera doesn't look the correct direction.
Huh? What are you saying?
The direction that the camera looks into may not be the right one to see the falling stars.
It is looking where it was standing still, basically. Just the focus is...
What's that on side right?
It's trying to out of focus. It is trying to out of focus.
Or to get in focus.
Yeah. I doubt if I can adjust this fast.
Wouldn't you first have to try and find out in what direction you're going to be looking?
This is pointed at the sky. There's nothing much to see anyway.
Point of what sky?
It's pointing at the sky.
Yeah, at what point in the sky? That's the question. It's a very small area of the sky that it's pointing at.
You can see that in my previous videos if you'd like to know where my camera is pointed at the moment.
Wouldn't like to know that, no.
But it's bent so that I can see the biggest part of the sky.
Yeah. My question is, where should it be pointing?
Yeah.
What information do you base that on?
If there are clouds, we're not going to see anything anyway. But over here there are some holes in the sky. So then something might be visible. I wonder if these lights are from a flash, basically.
Well, yes, the camera is looking in the direction of those slats.
I can shine some light on the window, then you may be able to see better. See? That's the sticker on the window, you know?
Yeah.
So the camera is pointing too high at the moment. I think this is better. I don't know what we're seeing there, but it's probably houses, and otherwise the sticker is partially filling the window. So
there's a red light that's blinking.
Yeah. There must be a camera or something.
It's more like a car.
No, it's a reflection on the window, so it's not out there.
I see.
The other three lights may be out there.
Yeah.
Perhaps the house in front of this house.
Yeah, and the red one is not sharp.
That's because it's a reflection in the window, I think.
Yes, because it's not in focus.
So perhaps I can put a sticker on that or whatever. But, there's not much to see anyway, it's obvious. It's a very cheap camera. And nowadays they have much more light sensitive ones and stuff. But okay, this is pretty cool to have already.
I should think it's an old camera, not a cheap one.
It's an old camera. Maybe one of the reasons it was pretty cheap.
Did you buy second hand?
Yes.
I see.
It's not some new camera.
It should have been expensive when it was new.
Yeah. When it was new, it was pretty expensive probably.
Yeah.
So my wall clock is about 30 seconds behind now. I mean ahead of time. So it's a good clock also, it's ahead of time. Sometimes the battery goes empty and it goes slower.
I had to change the battery in the kitchen clock.
Oh.
But that's pretty well on time, normally.
Well, I was trying to get an atomic clock and I received it, but it was hanging or something. Seconds were hanging, so it's better to have a digital one. Because moving parts can always cause problems. So no falling stars yet, though there should be 20 an hour. But it is pretty cloudy in the clouds you can see on the camera. over here above the house there are some holes in the sky, but I don't know on that side if it's on that side as well. But I'm feeling kind of irritated today. I'm wondering if they have some kind of global system to make people feel dissatisfied or whatever. Zero next. So I wonder how this can not lead to a world war with Iran, you know, complying with the nuclear agreement.
I don't know, it could lead to it.
Trump bombs the facilities that didn't allow the inspections, and the Russians bombed the US in retaliation, protecting their ally, country, Iran. To create the Jesuits' third world war, keep up the 500 mil, and create a Luciferian government.
When I go down, downstairs, I have to turn on the dishwasher. And I want that grass to be
I don't know, perhaps it got the flavor from the food or something. I don't know, drink it. Perhaps from the thing you cut it on, the lemon. Hang it on.
I don't know how I taste it.
Or to drink it with alkalis or something. Zou ik er jou staan doen. Drinking lemon juice. But it seems to get these flavors from foods. It seems to attract it through the air or whatever.
Happen with me?
I think only when the glass is dirty, or if it's cut on a plate with other foodstuffs on it. It's not clean, or with a knife that's not clean, or whatever. Something that's not clean.
That was what you mentioned.
Good. Then it's just the lemon itself, it can also happen, but if they can modify, they don't put it on the lemon.
Well, there's my mirror. Still need it?
Now you can take that back, sorry.
Okay. You know something else I'm missing, which I might have linked to you, is that USB stick with 16 gigabytes. It's called Cruiser.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Checking. I think I may have given that back. Otherwise it would be on my desk. It's not a SanDisk. It's not a SanDisk.
No.
Not this one. It's a SanDisk.
Oh, it says sun disk, yeah, but I never caught that. But
so please watch out here. You see, there's tobacco over there, so that I can grab it. Otherwise, I have to move into a closet and stuff every time. That's 20 times a day. I have to open the door, move to the other room, and stuff like that.
but you can just remove some of the things you never use and put it in that place so it's not in the way on when you pass through this.
As soon as the centipedes are out of my body, I can do that. But otherwise, I just don't see use. So my point was, please watch out where you step, because it's sticking out over here. But you don't kick them all with your foot through the whole room.
Well, that's unintentional if I do that.
Oh, really? You cannot see. You cannot see the boxes on the ground, or
Not when I have to carry a.
well, you know that they're there. You can see them now, so you know for the next time that they're there.
Yeah. Shouldn't I will remember the position of these things correctly?
No.
No. The question.
You're assuming that I'm assuming that, but I'm not. Because I assume they erase your memory with most things, basically. Especially things that I say. And likewise, they can also erase my memory. Play us out against each other. They've been experimenting with it more lately.
If I'm going to tell you something to remember, I have to write it down.
Writing down is a good idea, yeah. On Skype, for example. That's the way I can remember what I said over Skype. It's well pretty.
There are
But it's also erased, I think.
There are things that I write to you on Skype that you never react to. So I'm not sure whether you read everything.
I've had Skype open for 3 days now, I think. And I've Skyped you several things to which I didn't have any reaction.
Actually, you should hurry up and pick it up.
Yeah, it's good to keep it open so people can reach you, and people might not even have a normal phone or transfer cell phone anymore. Be irradiated to death.
Irradiated to death.
Yeah.
Know anybody who has been irradiated to death?
Former President Chavez, for example. What's so funny about it, then?
Because we're in Europe and Netherlands. And Chavez is in South America. So, you know, quote him as chief of
Well, they induced cancer in him with the FIFA rainbow. What's that? He thought they were doing things with HAARP, weather modification, etc. So they targeted him and induced cancer in him. But of course, it's very hard to prove. I mean, if they would have equalized as death rate, then you cannot prove that they do, or that they don't. And that they have to take two. How would you prove such a thing, you know? Being the death rate, it's impossible. Also because they control the judge with it, there is no reason in proving it.
No, the way I understood what you meant to say was that the radiation that causes death can be caused by telephones.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Maybe they didn't mean that.
Well, of course, there's a death rate that is caused by cancer cell phones, that also caused the tumors on the side where they kept their cell phones to their heads. But to come up with examples, I think everybody is negatively affected by it.
You have to show me statistics.
Well, if you'd really be interested, you can look it up yourself. And I've already explained why there are people that lie about this. For example, the MIT who works with Raytheon, which is the energy weapon maker. So they pretend aluminum foil does not shield the microwaves to pretend that people that protect the brain are paranoid. But that nobody protects the brain, basically. That's step one, to depopulate them, basically. For synthetic telepathy to work. But I've explained they also use wireless energy and it goes straight through the aluminum foil. So it's possible with directed energy weapons to torture people, use wireless energy, people like Tesla. And synthetic telepathy, that's brain scanning and voices in the head, can also be microwaves. But I doubt if they use the cancer cell phone radiation network for this. I think that's done with ionospheric meters, this global ionospheric meter brain control can go on. And that they also use torture with this. Or they must have determined the direction of the beam. Then the torture beam that was Alaska or somewhere near there. But okay, they can also make it appear that way, of course. But I think they didn't make it appear that way. They didn't. They might not even believe that their beam was partially deflected by my ground from the ground generator, because they want to keep. They want to keep secret that they're radiating people this way and scanning their minds, etc. Anyway, which is also clear from the mainstream media. I'm not talking about synthetic telepathy, only about spying on your cancer cell phone calls and your emails. To cover it up, if you search on spying, etc., then you find spying on emails and cancer cell phone calls. Cancer cell phones. And you don't find spying on your brain and in your mind like that. Results. But systematically also the amount of bees that have supposedly died from the cancer cell phone, from GMO, the amount of bees that have died is the same as the number of people that have died of GMO with some supplement or something that used genetically modified ingredients who died from that. But it's covered up. Many people don't know that many people have died of genetically modified organisms. They think it's perfectly harmless. They just believe everything they read and hear in the mainstream media. That is there to depopulate them and to cover it up. That depopulation will not be televised, you know. They're using slow, soft skill, etc. and control position for themselves, collect films, prevent unreal resistance to the position. And if the robot starts sending evidence that you find online, most of it will be erased for electronic books. chest is pretty annoying as well. But it's not painful. So the exact time is also screening. So if I'm attacked, you know the exact time of the attack basically. Which can help to find perpetrators. Perpetrators.
Well, I found the perpetrator. Who you were attacked.
Well, my idea is that there may be people in the government from other countries that are monitoring them, trying to catch them, trying to do the right thing they're supposed to protect the serve taxpayers. See what they're doing. That's a systematic inversion. They often pretend they're doing the opposite of what they're really doing, which is depopulating the earth and making a lot of money from that. Medical. So, this diagnosis is a leading cause of death. It's in the top 10 of main causes of death, like prescription drugs is in the main causes of death. And the heart attacks and brain bleedings may be caused with directed energy weapons, so I don't know if this has gone up or down. If you compare it to the numbers before 1974, before they telepathy technology, but directed energy weapon torture attacks and deaths may also have occurred before that time, so it's just synthetic telepathy. It's basically a step higher, you could argue, remotely altering brainwaves of people. There's a neural network simulate in human. And if you give people ideas in their own inner voice, it's practically indistinguishable from their own inner voice. But I don't know if they have to be brainwashed for that. But most of the thoughts we have are not vocalized in our skulls. Alright, all of our thoughts vocalized. No, people can dream and oh, dankjewel. So part of it is visual, part of it is audio. It could also be song. Any safe place in your head after and over. Push your spirit forward. Or just standing in my triumph force higher. The letter from hell, which is of course a god. So I pretend it's I think it's both hell and hell. Lie about it as well. If you're kidding, but there's no hell. I want to see better wake up.
Okay. Very good night.
Now that works out very dusty. That heel stuff. Zoiets dat ik met OBS bezig was morgenavond.
Yes.
Fijn dat slaapzet.
Pick another time to do those things.
Deur dicht voor de melk gaat. Laat je altijd met de deur openstaan. Binnen vandaan. So as you can hear, they use my father to prevent me from speaking about things. When he asks me questions which nobody would know the answer. And sometimes totally insane things. Plus he's getting deaf, he has a hearing aid. And then even with the hearing aid I have to scream and it's beeping all the time, etc. So I just hit a negative T. And the tyranny is constant, making people make speech errors. Making sure that the broadcasts are 30% dropped frames. So with the same settings it was working before, etc. So it is so people do something else. They don't do anything about being depopulated because they want to be there anyway. They're not going to prevent the world war by their queen, basically. They made it clean hypnotized overnight. And of course when people are hypnotized successfully, they do not remember that they were hypnotized. these centipedes in the sun. Which is done by the 6 Jews that I've listed that are depopulating the earth, of course. And they use these soft kill and slow kill methods. But Alex Jones calls Nazi eugenics, but it's done by Jews. But Nazi Jews supposedly exist, supposedly George Soros is one. And the ones listed on wiki seem to be the half Jews, or whatever they call them, though being Jewish is not a concept I believe in, but the point is they all do, and so soon there will be another demonstration in Charlottesville. And this is live, so people can Skype me live in the broadcast, but it's an OBS test, so I doubt if anybody's gonna watch this. And if you say these are centipedes, then they say peristaltic movement. It's completely normal. Though I know the difference, but it sounds like normal peristaltic movement. It doesn't sound like that. But I've listed all the other symptoms, so people can enjoy that on my channel and website. And it will all be erased by the EMP. And then they can do it to the 500 million people that are left, or perhaps more. Because they enjoy tyrannizing and torturing people to death. It gives them a feeling of power, a sense of power. And people from satanic families just see it as the right thing to do. Murdering people and eating them, etc. Lots of people do. And the people that enter these satanic cults often believe that that's passé, that they have stopped doing that a long time ago, that the satanic calendar is not used anymore. That's why they're lured into the group, and then they are made part of illegal activities, and then that can be used against them, and that leads to other illegal activities they have to do for the group. Stealing, torture, murder, etc. It's a tribal thing. So once you're in there, you never get out. And you also risk being tortured to death yourself. That's perhaps a bit exaggerated, perhaps it's all BS, you know, perhaps they don't do that stuff anymore. And these 30 million kids that disappear yearly might still be hanging around somewhere in a bar or whatever. So I'm taking another pipe. 17183. So that number of dropped frames is still going up. So I want to find a setting where it doesn't go up anymore. CPU at 73%. How is that possible? Waterfox is using 38%. Is that on 720p or something? Well, it's past, so it doesn't really matter. But okay, if we turn that off, let's turn off Waterfox completely for a while. To see what it does to the drop frame rate. 17.528 now. Hey, now when I switch to display capture, it's going up. 17,618. So the best settings are different for every computer. But I would think there's something obstructing the upload. So the question is, how can I give OBS priority over other programs? I could try what happens if I close the Rainmeter desktop thing, because it seems to be like when this updates, this gets a problem with that. Basically, it's you see, every time this updates, this becomes red. But okay, I've been broadcasting without dropped frames, so there must be a way to get these settings back. Now I'm using a CBR1100 without what's the other thing? Custom buffer size. It seems to be oh. I've already given OBS highest priority, I think. I put this, let's see, advanced process priority high or idle. $18,092 drops frames. So people are programmed to find it's funny when the neural network makes these speech errors by legally modifying my brainwave. And what if it's, for example, Rothschilds doing the directed energy weapon torsion, not the government? And they've also shot down Rockefeller's plane on Friday the 13th on full moon. And control the position people, Alex Jones, blame Rockefellers, etc. I don't know. Yeah, well, they're not gonna catch the people with the death ray apparently. So that means the 93% of the world's global population are going away. Probably in their third world war for Iran, third Jesuit world war. Which I always add that, they make me forget to add that, of course. Just to make me look bad, so they can erase your memory and that you make speech errors, and they're gonna kill you all anyway. And they are all in on it together. The Rothschilds and the Bilderbergers, Freemasons and Jesuits, Alex Jones and other control the position. So they may already know that World War starts, even the date when it starts, and what the outcome will be, etc. So there are no chicks that love me apparently, and no viewers are interested in these things. They're more interested in fidget spinners and transgender people, etc. I think I wouldn't like a girlfriend that's tortured to death by the cannibals with their directed energy weapons either. Making my pipe, they make it put it on the other things to depersonalize me. But it's a neural network, so with date, I mean the neural network that's doing these things, it's within 24 hours a day. And many people think that it's a person or that it's a deity by all their lies, etc. And then they may still be better off than the people that don't. Will any of the people that are alive today live happily eternally? Well, I hope we will. And I think it's possible. It's normal peristaltic movement. According to the doctors of the AMC. That want to help you all. So, I guess we're not gonna get it working. I'm gonna test this new setting.